Suas curvas são de fuder, fodam-se eles, ninguém vai nos entender. Nós só quer viver. Vem contar, ninguém paga pra mim. Se olha pra nós invejando o que temos. Eu não sou como daqui.
Hey Tubesters, so I'm gonna come off right away and tell y'all that this footage is not good. I think it's like at 4:44 is when it stops, I guess you could say stop recording, but it technically quote unquote records, but it records a still image, so it's like really, really weird. This retrograde has been kicking my ass. I don't know about y'all, but for the first time ever, I actually had a former relationship try and like communicate and get back in my life. It wasn't romantic like most people say, it was just a friendship, but still, like, that has never happened in my life before during a retrograde. So, and the digital problems and communication problems are exasperated more than usual. I've had to like record this at least 4 or 5 times, and that's not including the times like people have been like walking through or interrupting the flow. Anyway, so this is my Domination candle. I'm using this as kind of like a reawakening activator to keep the potency of my tongue-tying spell going. I realized as I'm recording or voice-overing that I forgot to add my chia seeds to add an extra element of the stop gossip, because this candle is going to be specifically used for that. I also didn't have fennel seed, so when I get some fennel seed, I'm going to be adding that as well. And I don't know about y'all, but in my tradition, in my practice, fennel seed's really good for command, control, and compel. The compelling portion has to do with its aromatic scent, and then it's really good for like commanding and controlling. It also has that like confidence factor, so it can give you that sense of confidence in your working. Something that I used to use it for like confidence and strength and stuff like that in the early stages of my practice, because I was really insecure. That's right, the boss ass witch was not always a boss ass witch. Right now, before I forget, I did use my Domination potion. Y'all may remember that as my pussy ass bitch potion, but due to it being hypersexualized, like a lot of fetish minded people that fetishize and hypersexualized witchcraft, I've decided it'd be more appropriate to rename it as Domination Potion. Another thing that's an uncommon herb that I just added was my nettle leaf, and that's a really good herb for command, control, and domination, at least according to my practice. I don't know about y'all. I'm adding black mustard seed because it's good for mind. Mustard seeds are good for mind work anyway. The black ones are good for confusion, as well as like basically confusing them so they don't know who's controlling them. But it can also work in the sense of them not confusing them, messing up their clarity, so that they don't feel like they're actually being controlled. And that's also what I'm doing when I add the confusion powder, but I don't think it actually recorded that. Right now I'm adding the calcimus root, and I know I said that wrong. That's just one of those words that I can't pronounce correctly. I actually add it to the holes that I put in there, and then later on I bore some holes to put in some whole cloves, which are good for authority, command, control, and domination as well. And we all know that licorice and calcimus root are really good for command, control, and all that. I'll try and do a brief story about this retrograde. So, I've recorded this so many times I don't even remember, but if I said it already, I'm sorry. But I did have a former friend try and communicate, which was a first forever in this retrograde. I've never had that experience before, so that was really interesting. I've also had more hyper digital problems and communication problems, so I'm definitely going to have to implement some remedies, and when I do that, I'll be sure to share them with you. So I think we're coming across the point where it ends up cutting off on me. In about like 10 seconds it's gonna cut off and just be a still image. So comment below what you use in your domination workings, and any herbs that you add for those workings as well. As always, thank you for watching. Hojnie e wičný Balavinkesh. Mwah.